All right, after messing around with video editors, I'm just going to do this off the cuff like I usually do. And I'm going to give you a comparison between Kirkbride. This is a bonded leather, just their, with not hand size, but just a regular size, mid-size, whatever you want to call it. They're standard. And then along with the same mid-size, or what you'd consider the standard size from Church Bible Publishers. Now, I've learned a few things I didn't know before, and I'm glad I've learned these. The text blocks that Church Bible Publishers use are exactly the same as, trying to get this to focus, guys, are the exact same text blocks as Kirkbride. They get them from the same place. They get them straight from Kirkbride. So I had a friend of mine talk to me on Facebook, and he was worried because I get Bibles to review that I'd be, just tell you every Bible is great, and I don't think you see that. I don't think that's not a consistency you see in my reviews. I'll tell you when something's bad, or if I enjoy something more than, one Bible more than the other, or if one's more durable than the other. So I am honest with my reviews, and he was talking about some Bibles like Allen's and trying to compare it to the Thompson Chain. But I'd have to say this: I've owned Bibles. I'm not a Bible collector. I use my Bibles, whereas he collects his Bibles and he has a certain Bible that he uses. And in time past, I had a handy size. I think is when the first handy size Thompson Chains came out, and that handy size bonded leather. This is a bonded leather. No, I'm sorry, it wasn't bonded leather. It was Capri grain. I remember it's Capri grain handy size. I bought a bonded leather later. But that Capri grain leather Thompson chain from Kirkbride lasted longer than 3 long primers that I was using at the same time. Now that was back when R.L. Allen, they're like Cambridge, they have their ups and their downs. Now I think Allen is going to stay with their ups because they're doing very well, but the thin line was a big disappointment. In fact, I'll be doing a video, it's already fallen apart, very disappointing, but they're supposed to replace it. So I'm hoping it was just with the one I got. But let me say this right off the bat, that what I love about, let me go to Kirkbride first since they're originator of this. What I love about Kirkbride is that is they whip stitch. Now that's like Smythe, like Smythe or Smith sewn binding, but it actually has an extra couple stitches in the binding, so it makes it even more durable than say an Allen or Cambridge Bible, in the sense that it has a few extra stitches per page, which is not always the case on some of them, but on this edition in particular, they do have they used to call it whip stitching, and they still do that. And that's what's so great about Church Bible Publishers, is they have their text blocks are the same way. They're over stitched is what I used to call it. But one thing I've always liked, and people either hate this or love it, but what I love about this thing is that when you open it, this spine will curve in, but what that allows the text to do, or the text block, is to lay flat, which is great if you're going to put notes in the Bible, if you're preaching from it. You can fold it right in half. I'm doing this one-handed, so I really don't want to do that. No, let me just open it. And then I'll just flip that right over. You can fold them right in half, and it actually relieves that stress from ruining the text block. I mean, I can sit there and hold it, preach like that from it, and have no problems with that coming apart. As I said before, I did that with the handy size, and that actually outlasted 3 long primers. Now, this was back probably 2001 or 2. I was 21 or 22 years old at the time. So yeah, around 2001 or 2, and it just lasted and lasted. Now my daughter has it, and it's still up and going. I mean, that Bible is just put together so very, very well. Now, these are handcrafted from Kirkbride. And I just want people to know that just because a Bible might have the best leather on it doesn't mean that the text block is going to last any longer. Another thing about Thompson Chains, they do use very high quality paper. It might not be the highest GSM, but it's very opaque. It's very white, and it's easy to read. That's why you can have the 7-point font in the Bible, and it seems like you're reading a 9-point font as far as the ease of readability, okay? So when I'm talking about the text block, I'm going to be saying the same, except for a few differences when it comes to Church Bible Publishers. Now, the price on Thompson Chain, I think, are a little pricey, but they're also, some people say, well, they're not a ministry, they're a company. Well, the problem with that, they are a ministry, but they were bought out by a company many, many, many decades ago. So they are considered a company, but the people that do the work and everything are actually Christians, okay? So it's just like you're buying from a ministry. And I researched this, made sure I was right. I didn't want to disappoint anybody on what I'm saying. You can check it out. You can check me out on it. The people there are very, very good people. They don't, not all of them, but some of them do have the conviction about the King James Bible. Some of them don't, and that's why you see the new translations with Kirkbride, which personally, my conviction, I wouldn't agree with that. But I would say this Bible, let's go to Kirkbride, who is it for? It's for the person that just wants to have a Bible that will last them a long time, that maybe they can find on sale, like christianbook.com. You find one for $50. That's a good price. And you're looking for something just to mark up, to study and put it in your car. You don't care if it gets damaged. It's just one of those workhorse Bibles. And then that way, because it is so well stitched and put together, you can actually get it rebound later. So that's really the person I would say, find a good deal on one and use it, because you're going to get the same good stitching that you'd get from church Bible publishers, except, okay, here's the difference. The reason why I would emphasize church Bible publishers over the Kirkbride edition is because when they receive the text block, sorry about the focus, when they receive the text block, if you've ever seen the video on how Bibles are made from church Bible publishers, they add extra adhesive through each process. So what that does is and they use very large spines, especially on this limited edition, a very large, hubs, which gives it that extra, sturdiness to the back, just to keep it from folding in half like this one, like the Kirkbride does. But so with the extra adhesive in the back, it's going to be a lot stronger binding. Of course, it's also edged to the line rather than a paste down, right? But also on top of that, I want to show you, you see how those are uneven? Now they're even on the top. You can tell that by the gold. They still use 24 karat or 18 karat gold, if I remember right, on their gold foil. But you can see how that's uneven. So it wasn't sanded right before they did the gilding, which causes what they call tracks. You see the different colors of the gold there? There you go. So it's not a big deal. It really isn't to me, because I'm going to use this Bible and, just for sermon preparation and marking. I'm just going to mark it up, and I will with this one as well. But this one I kind of want to, take my time and underline it and have something that's very nice I can hand down to my children or grandchildren in the future. So you're going to have a stronger spine, but look, when church Bible publishers get their Bibles, they sand them down on all sides, and they do a very, very good job at rounding it off. It's not just a cut, it's a actual sanding. You're going to have a lot better finished product. Okay, guys? Let's see, I wanted to show you a few things. You got the blue ribbons, but if you look at the tail bands, you also have the blue, which is not showing through on my camera, but that's blue and white tail bands, which the whole theme of this limited edition is just absolutely stunning. But I want to say the GSM for this paper is 33, and I think, and I could be wrong on this one, but I'm still trying to get an answer for it, that where Thompson gets their Bibles printed and stitched is the same place where church Bible publishers get all their Bibles, for the most part, because I think there's a couple that are binded and stitched. But anyhow, so that's my take on it, and people could disagree. That's fine, but I would say both of these Bibles have their place. This one is one you probably want to it's going to be more of a treasure to you, take care of it a lot more, whereas this would be a workhorse Bible. This one would be handed down. This one would be so marked up, and you don't care how you write in it. It could be cursive. It could be just, it's not going to be perfect writing. You're just going to use it as a workhorse Bible. It has its place. The price is too high from what I see. I was looking at prices. It's just crazy, because for $77 you can get a better put together Thompson chain from church Bible publishers. But at the same time, there's things about this Bible that this Bible doesn't have that I love, and there's things about this Bible that this Bible has that I love. So there is place for both of those guys, and I would have to say this: out of the two, I can't say which one I like better far as use. Okay, I can't really say that. I can say the better quality is definitely church Bible publishers. All around quality is going to be church Bible publishers. Of course, you got your edge line leather, and you have just a more attention to the sanding of the text block, and then the spraying of the art gilding, and then of course putting that adhesive of the gold or silver leafing. But both of them have their place, and what I would encourage you to do, if you want a Thompson chain, I'd go to Church Bible Publishers. But if you want a workhorse Bible, try to find one on sale at a Christian bookstore or online, and just get you a bonded leather. You don't even have to go for the Capri grain or anything fancy like that. Just find whatever works for you, and you be the judge. And I'm just telling you, there's Bibles out there that, hey, they might be bonded leather, but they might not be edge-lined like the Kirkbride. But those things have lasted me longer than a lot of Cambridge Bibles and R.L. Allen Bibles and those higher premium Bibles. But either way, you're looking at very, very good Bibles either way. So, okay, now I'm going to start rambling. Anyhow, I'll go ahead and finish this up. If you heard my sermon yesterday, I spoke quite fast, and the reason for that is, as this morning in this video, I drink too much coffee, so pray for me. Love y'all, good day, and God bless.